Hey, hey, hey. What up, everybody? Keith with MJKL Speedworks back again. I finally got some parts in the mail. All right, I've already got the motor pulled out. I left everything exactly like I was last time. If it sounds a little weird in here, well, it's fucking cold. It's like 22 degrees right now. It's a little bit after midnight. I got the toboggan on because it's cold as hell. I'm also going to be rocking some gloves here in a little bit because I ain't trying to deal with this cold ass weather out here. I have no heat out here. And I got some parts to unbox real quick. So let's get to it. Rock and roll. So I got the camera set up on the jack. Looking real ghetto. I've already opened this box a little bit. Spoiler. Because I wanted to know what it was. Some more Summit stickers to go on the toolbox. So they sent me some paper catalogs to buy some shit that I'm not going to buy. That was nice of them. And Splugger. Look at there. 41858CP. The correct part number. I'm liking y'all. And the next piece that I haven't told y'all about. So I'm probably going to get roasted. I'll give you a heads up. It says Speedway Motors since 1952. So what could it be? Speedmaster. Oh yeah, LS head studs. Get you some of that. Let's have a look at the quality of these LS head studs. How about that, y'all? I know this is probably going to trigger a bunch of y'all, whiny millennials and such, but I didn't buy ARP stuff. Are you going to cry? Here's the bag they come in. Clearly got some packing oil in there because the bag is kind of discolored from the oil. Let's open one up here just to get out of the bag and see. All right. So we've got some thread locker on there. A little. There's another one. Very nice. I've got some, there's another. You see one end's coarse thread with a butt end and the other end is fine thread with a Allen head. Very nice. Then we have our little short studs that go on the top of the head. And of course all the nuts to go with it. These are 12 point nuts like I was explaining the other day. And it came with washers too, as you see there. Very cool. Now, how much was it? Oh, look at that shit. That's tits. How much was it? Well, let me hurt everybody's feelings. My paper got tore. $106. Yeah. That's no LS tax, y'all. The LS tax makes the ARP head stud kit $375. So I saved $275 in tax. I like the way that feels. Feels good. Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to see if one of these fits. Oh yeah, look at there, y'all. Very nice. Bam! I like it. This makes me happy. I'll pull this back out here. Now that I know the rust that was on the cylinders there. Make sure we put some oil in that first. In case anyone was wondering, here's the head bolt. Here's a stud. You see it sticks up. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with anything. We will find out. If so, we can always just cut the tops of them if we have to. And up close for everybody. Focus. There we go. Nothing to it. It's nothing fancy, y'all. I don't see any imperfections or anything in them, so I searched for quite a while. The former parts that Sloppy Mechanics used to list, he no longer lists anymore. So you can't get those Alpha Motorsport studs anymore. They're not on eBay either, like they folded up. Well, I went out on my own and found what I needed to find, so anyway, we got what we need. I'm going to get some rings out real quick, and we'll give it a test fit here and see how these new rings fit compared to the old ones. Get our feeler gauges out, see how much we got to file. All right, here's one of our new top rings from our correct kit. This is the top ring and the top of the top ring. You can see it's going to be tough to see this thing going over. Oh, look at that. The bevel right over here. Nice and smooth. And I'll show you the bottom ring. Here's I'm sorry, not bottom, the second ring. You can kind of see here. If you look closely, there's a bevel on the outside edge. When you turn the camera, you can kind of see it a little better. See it there. That's how you know this is the middle ring. It's also slightly bigger. I'm talking about slightly. It says 1.5, 1.5 in the kit, but it just feels thicker to me. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just on crack. So anyway, let's give her a test whirl here. See if she breathes or she don't breathe. Oh my God, it looks so much better already, y'all. Like, y'all don't know the relief. Like, I hate ordering the wrong shit. It just pisses me off. More so than anything, I wanted to get things done and I couldn't. And I don't like that feeling, so it's kicking my own ass. Nothing you can do when it's your fault, right? So top, we're gonna go with 28 thousandths. There's a C here, that's 0.28. Clearly does not fit, it's too big. We haven't spaced this out with a piston anyway. I'll get a piston real quick. This one's still got the factory rings from me screwing around the other day trying to figure out what was going on. Pull these off. There we go. Give her a poke. Now, fairly sure it's much tighter than the tolerance we're going for. Yeah, 28 does not fit. Let's see exactly what these rings come from out of the box. How about 0.22? 22 thousandths. That's a bit loose. How about 25? 25 is a bit tight. 24? Yeah, 24 thousandths. So these Male correct standard 4-inch bore come at 24 thousandths in this block. Dead on the money, 24. Now, that's not awful. I could leave it there. But I want to go a little bigger because we're going to run a bigger gap. We're going to run more boost. So I'm going to very carefully file off very small amounts until we get down to the thickness that I'd like, which should be most likely 25 or 26 thousandths on the top ring to 28 thousandths. You could do any one you want. Some people go all the way to 30. I thought playing it safe would be 26. I'm reading a lot of guys online do 28. So if I could say we're going to do around 27, how about that? I have a 27 thousandths filler gauge. No, I don't have 28. 26 and 28. So we'll go between 26 and 28. How about that? It's not an exact science, but you want to be close. And these filler gauges are super hyper thin, y'all. So you're going to be close anyway. All right, I'm going to give this just a file here, and we'll be right back. All right, 26 thousandths. Oh, that's tits, y'all. Beautiful. 26 fits perfect. I can't get 28 in there. So that means I'm just shy of 27 thousandths. Which is really close, y'all. 28 just won't fit. 26 fits easily, so it's 27. So I'm going to go 27 on top, roughly 30 on the bottom ring or the middle ring. Top ring's done. We'll put it on the piston in a minute. And let's get the bottom ring done next, or the second ring, number 2 ring. Okay, so I pulled this right out of the box, and I'm going to put, go with the 28 right here. And 28 fits right out of the box, y'all. So I barely got to do any filing at all. If you were going to go with, 26, 28 gaps, dude, these rings would be solid right out of the box, which is awesome. If you were going to do a naturally aspirated engine, you'd want tighter gaps. I think factory is 17 and 19, top and middle. Much tighter gaps because you have less pressure in the cylinders. You don't cause these kind of problems. You want to do nitrous or turbo, you've got to gap your rings. As this engine runs, this ring kind of squeezes up against the cylinder wall like so. Under boost, cylinder pressure increases, and this ring starts to squeeze together and squeeze together and squeeze together until it gets really, really tight gaps. In fact, so tight that if the ring gaps aren't wide enough, this ring will actually butt up against itself to the point where it puts so much pressure in the cylinders that it breaks off the top ringland in the piston. And if you don't believe me, take a look at A21 Bravo's posts. He's pulled out broken pistons from his engine. Sloppy's pulled out broken pistons from his engine. It's happened across the board, across the country, people doing this, across the world. Just follow the steps, y'all. I'm not joking. This is all you got to do. The research is out there. The people have done the work for you. Just listen and follow directions. I know that's not easy for some people. Not easy for me either. So I'm going to gap this one up, and we'll be back. For the record, my cheap pre-Harbor Freight files ain't worth a damn. I would recommend buying a half decent file. If you're not using it now, you'll use it some other day. And files will last forever. So spend $10 on a file. Mine suck. All right, ring 2. 030 filler. Oh yeah. Fucking money. Top ring roughly 28. Bottom ring 30. I like it. Now I'm going to pull this off because this is the 30 over set of oil scrapers. We're going to pull those off and we'll put the correct oil scrapers on real quick. We will get our tapered bore spring compressor on here and we'll drop piston number 2 in. And hey, we'll be on our way, y'all. All right, so I've got my piston back out. Remember, the pin goes to the front. I've got my top ring right there, my bottom ring down there, separate from each other. And I've taken the time to separate the oil scraper, the retaining rings. I'm not going to show you that because it's too fiddly. And I've taken a lot of time to get them right where I want them. Take our rod bolts off and our end cap off. I put assembly lube all over everything already, if you remember. Sure you do, you're paying attention. Are you paying attention? Is anybody really paying attention? Like, about 50 of you each video. But I appreciate all 50. All right. I got assembly lube all over it still. Giving a good smear. All right, tapered ring compressor back on here. I like it already, y'all. Drop her down in here as evenly as you can. Remember last video, I said keep the journals away from the crank the best you can. Let's see, does this pop in there? Wouldn't do it for me the other day. Nope. Still won't go. I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Well, actually, it's going. Maybe should have got the 4-inch bore compressor instead of the 4.03. But again, I went on someone's recommendation. I mean, it still should work. It still compresses pretty good. Pretty good on there. Maybe I gotta hit it harder. I want to break my rings though. They're new, you know? Take good care of my rings. I think that's it. Very nice. I'll tell you this much, there's some bite in them dang cylinder walls now. Got some grip. Carefully position your piston rod around the journal, like so. Assembly lube all over. Isn't that wonderful? Alright. Piston rod cap. Assembly lube all over it. You know what? Let me clean it off, put some more on there. Just for the hell of it. I can see myself getting dirty. Causing a problem. And why not take an extra couple seconds? Put a little bit more of our Permatex Ultra Slick on there. Don't take much. And this stuff is hella sticky. Da, 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 da. Remember, your rod ends can only go on one way because they're cracked from the factory. And I can look at these until they are dead on the money, going back where they're supposed to. I'm going to go finger tight with these. Just so they don't fall off and scratch anything. Got one on, doing the other now. There we go. Finger tight. I think I have a socket already out for that. Let me look and see. Not sure what size that is. I think it's 12. Not sure. Maybe it was 13. I don't remember. I've had beer since then. Yeah, it's like 10. Ow! I also got, I haven't worked on it yet. Well, I got a new camera, so I don't have to use the phone anymore. But, problem with that is, the microphone, it kind of blows. Like it's kind of awful. So, I'm still waiting on my little piece to come so I can adapt the microphone to it so that it works much better. And when that gets here, that'll be awesome. I just don't have it yet. But I'll be sure to update everyone when it arrives. Alright, now we know how that works. We have one piston in clearly. I'm going to put a little oil in there and coat everything up just for the hell of it. Other than that, we're on to the next. I'm not going to record all these, obviously. Just going to record a couple of them. And actually, I'll just record that one. I'm going to go ahead and go through and bang these 4 out at least. So we'll be back after that. All right, y'all. So I got a little tired last night, and so I quit. I got 3 out of 4 done last night, but as you see, I went ahead and put the last one in. I'll got a ratchet here. I'll buzz it around a bit. That sucks trying to use a front-facing camera. And as you see, everything's spinning nice and smooth like. It's tits, y'all. It's tits. Spring compressor is awesome. New rings did great. The correct rings. So, I'm going to probably put the rest of these in tonight or tomorrow, and we'll have the rest of the short block done. Short of the cam and the lifters, which I also already have. So I'll probably end this here, but I got one more thing. All right, this is the brand new, never before seen TIC Stage 2 V1 Turbo LS cam. 3-bolt with the pin, like most LS's, nothing exotic. Here is the number, as you see, TIC Performance TPT002TR. And there's some other numbers there. But if I know what they are. Alright, so this is a pretty badass cam. It's slightly different than the sloppy Stage 2 cam that I was originally going to use. Nothing crazy about it or anything. Instead of 595 lift, it's 617 lift. With roughly the same duration. And exhaust lift is actually a little smaller. I'll tell you guys what, I'll list the cam specs right here. Voila. And I'll also put them in the description for you. Although I already talked about them in another video, and I'll try to go back to the videos and link it right here, where I showed the different cam specs of the 3 different ones, the stock LQ4, the TIC Stage 2, and the sloppy Stage 2. Now, TIC has another one of these. This is a TIC Turbo LS Stage 2 V2 cam with an even higher lift and a little bit more duration. Now, I didn't go extreme because I don't want to break stuff, and not that it will break stuff, but I'm already going to push things, and I didn't want to go to the bar edge. So I felt like this was a good cam. Plus, a local guy here named Doug does some really solid stuff. He's a racer. He wrecked in one of the previous videos that I showed you guys. I already talked about it. And I didn't get it on camera, but I had his car on there. This was a customer's cam. He never used it. He never built the motor. So it never got used. It's brand new, off the shelf. So we'll be putting this in next with these Hella lifters and them there lifter trays. And them old lifters are going to catch an L into the trash can. We've got our head gaskets somewhere. I forget where I put them. Our dowel pins over here. And we'll be ready to set the heads on. Oh, and we got our studs over there. So we'll do studs, head gaskets, heads, lifters, cam, and all that good nonsense on the next video. I hope. All right, so we'll end this here. I'm not tired, and it's like 6:30 right now, and nobody's here yet, but we got wrestling practice soon, so I'll end it here. Half the short block's done. We'll be done with the next half soon, don't worry. We'll go over the torque ratings for the rod bolts. Right now they're just snugged on. They're not tight. We'll go through the torque ratings on those, get them all torqued down on camera. We'll do the next 4 pistons off camera. Windage tray, oil pan, timing set, all that good shit. Later on, not much more left, y'all. It's going good. So we'll talk about the valve springs and stuff next time too. I can't use the Pac 12 18 springs. I had to go to a different one. I haven't bought those yet, but I'm going to buy them soon. Just kind of waiting till the weekend's over till I get paid next. So we're going to get a valve spring tool also. I think I just get the cheap valve spring tool. I don't do them that much. So anyway, here's some videos for you guys to watch. If you would, click back through the series, see what you like, what you don't like, comment, give me shit about it. I don't care. It's cool. And tell your friends, subscribe and share. Tell everybody. And maybe we learn some shit all together, y'all. And maybe we put some cool stickers on the toolbox too. A very small rinky-dink toolbox. So anyway, till next time, y'all. Get out there in the garage and do something, drink a beer and have fun. Peace.